Hi, I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid. Welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for July 2023. I'm just dropping in right here at the beginning of this video before I get started on your real video to let you know that there was audio problems when I was recording this mid-month Psychic Tarot update. It takes me about an hour and a half or more to record the entire video, and I bought a new recorder for my audio, and there was things that were not inserted properly into the device, and therefore there was no audio. So in this video, you're only going to be hearing the audio that goes along with the webcam, which is not great audio. And I'm sorry, I can't re-record this video to get it out to you in time in the mid-month. Plus, I felt very strongly about my messages from my spirit guides. I don't want to try to re-record it anyway because I stand by those messages that they gave me in that reading. So I apologize. I know sometimes people like to comment on the quality of the audio if something has seemed off. This is a whole entirely new situation. This is a brand new device, and I did not have it set up properly. So it is my user error is what happened, but it has been sorted out now. So all the videos I'm recording, this portion right here that you're listening to, the audio should be correct, and any other subsequent video I record after this video should be correct. So I apologize and bear with me, and I hope you have a absolutely amazing, fantastic mid-month of July and beyond. Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month Psychic Tarot update for July 2023. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in this mid-month of July and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck in this mid-month Psychic Tarot update for July. Due to mobility issues that I'm experiencing, I have to record in a different manner in this month. Hopefully I'll be back to my usual spot, possibly in August or September. So all that being said, now onto your mid-month Psychic Tarot update, and I'm starting with the sign of Aries. And the first card you have, Aries, is the Six of Rods. And the Six of Rods is victory after a battle. So you could be victorious in some way in this mid-month of July. It's like you're coming across a lot of things that are undone or need fixing, things that are misplaced, broken, needing repair. It's like you're coming across all these things. Now, that could be in relationships. It could be in your household world or at work, or it could even be in your own physical body. And you may have a stronger sense in the mid-month of July and moving forward of understanding why you're here, understanding your life's purpose. That may be really clear to you now. If it wasn't before, it may become very clear. Some of you, diligence pays off, and you get awarded or rewarded something. It could be a prize. It could be like a job or a boost of sales if you have your own business, or some kind of write-up or recognition on the internet or in a newspaper or magazine. And some of you could start to accumulate some kind of wealth and abundance in some way. It could be from your own hard work and efforts, or business or something you create. But, gaining financial gain, having financial rewards, having some kind of financial boost comes in here. And you're going to be asserting yourself. Aries, don't you already do that? I mean, I don't know what to say here, but you may find yourself very assertive in the midpoint of July, and perhaps even moving forward when you go into August and moving forward in the rest of 2023. You may be exceptionally assertive. And you're going to be really good at figuring things out and problem solving. And I do feel like there is some kind of problem you are going to tackle and solve. Fixing things that are broken and tackling problems and fixing something that needs to be solved. So the card you have with it is the Hierophant or Hierophant, however you want to pronounce it. And this could be a high priest or a high pope or God giving you a blessing or a warning. It can also indicate higher education and higher learning. You could be the student or you could be the teacher. Sometimes the Hierophant is a card that symbolizes religion or spirituality and religion. I feel like there's things boiling up inside of you that are like creative energy, and that and ideas. I get boiling up creative energy and ideas, and that you're going to want to put these into some kind of plan or program or something. This creativity, you're not just going to let it simmer there. You're going to do something with it. You may be helping people find solutions to problems. If you work in any churches, schools, foundations, fundraisers, even it could be at work, it could be in your own family, finding solutions. You kind of have that in the Six of Rods card, but this would be like, you're going to be a good troubleshooter. If you work in any kind of team situations, or you're a team leader or a boss or a manager or a supervisor, you're going to be very good at like finding loopholes and finding the way out of troubled situations. Is highly likely for you, Aries, in this mid-month of July and moving forward. Some of you are going to be building something, and it could be building upon a business or building upon your knowledge. If you already have some great expertise or knowledge or wisdom in some way, you could find yourself building on that knowledge. It could be through taking classes, courses, training, your own, you doing it on your own. You don't necessarily have to go to class or school. You could be researching on the internet, reading books, doing things of that nature also. This would be a really great time if you're a writer, or you're an expert in your field in something, to write a how-to book or a manual or an instruction manual, or to put together a course like a master class or a webinar or a seminar. You're going to be on fire with all of that now. And like I said, moving forward. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. Hi, Taurus. The first card you have is the Three of Rods. And the Three of Rods is a card that symbolizes success, waiting patiently for success to come in, or letting go of something so success can come to you. You could be at the beginning of a successful business venture or some kind of successful endeavor. You could be at the beginning phases of it. Some of you Tauruses may feel like you want to make something work that hasn't worked for a while. Now, I feel like this could be a relationship, like a love relationship or a family relationship, or it could be something to do with your career or your work. I feel like you've also figured out how to achieve your goals and aims and how to drive something in the direction you wanted to go in. I feel like you figured it out, like you found the right, like the secret ingredient. You found the right path. Some of you may be working yourself up to make a big presentation to somebody, and it could be to make a proposal of marriage or to live together or to get a promotion at your job or to try to get a new job or a pitch for, something you want to pitch to somebody. I get you like preparing and working yourself up, and it could be like writing a script of what you want to say or what you want to do or rehearsing it in your mind or acting things out. I see you doing that. It's like getting yourself ready, preparedness. It would, like if you're in the theater, you could be rehearsing and getting ready to perform some, on stage or something. And I feel that you're going to be very good at, my guides are showing me sheep's wool. Sometimes they show me weird things, okay? But it's to illustrate a point. They're showing me a pile of sheared sheep's wool. And you're like taking that sheep's wool and you're spinning it into wool thread. You're like turning raw materials into something tangible and useful and something that has more value. It doesn't have to be literal sheep's wool. It could be anything that makes sense for your life. So I hope those messages were of help to you there on that. Now you've got the Eight of Cups. Sorry, there's a little, I have plants in here and there's gnats that like to emerge. So the next card you have is the Eight of Cups, which is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off with the stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey's unknown, you're still willing to take it. So you're turning away from something here, but you're, ready to go on a new journey. I feel there's been some situation in your life where you've been fed up with people kind of bullying you or gossiping about you. And they may not be, some of it may not be to your face. Some of you may be hearing through the grapevine, or you may be suspicious that these things are going on, or that you're being undermined at your job, or that certain family members are like getting together and saying like they don't agree with what you're doing or saying. And it's like, you're done with this. You've had it, or you're like, you don't want to add fuel to the fire, or you want to remove yourself from the situation, or both. Some of you could literally want to move and make a new start somewhere else. Now, for some of you, that could be leaving your job and making a new start somewhere else. Some of you, it could be where you live, the area you live. You may be, I'm fed up with where I'm living or the situation where I live. I want to make a new start somewhere else. Some of you could just be the area you live in, the state, the city, the town, the province. You may be fed up with some of the things going on in that area, and you want to move on to something else. And I feel that you've really had some kind of an awakening where you understand how certain things that I've already mentioned have gone on have been detrimental to your health. This could be emotional health, mental health, which then in turn it turns to physical health, because whatever you brew about in your mind and in your emotions, you hold that in there long enough, it manifests in your physical body in problems, health problems. So it's like you're realizing that this has been detrimental to you. in a couple different levels. So you're ready to exit this situation. I do feel many of you will make this choice in the month of July, but remember, as I say in the beginning of the reading, and I mean it because I hear it from clients all the time and people that watch, especially viewers of the videos, that things I say, some of you are like, that already happened to me a year ago or 6 months ago or 2 months ago. Or, you know, you may find this is going to happen a couple months from now. But I feel many of you are making this choice and decision in July, in this month of July. So I hope this messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini. The first card you have is the Magician. And this is the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane and in your mind, you can manifest into physical reality, and you will have all the tools in front of you to do so. I get for Gemini, it's time to haul out all you got. You know, you're not messing around anymore. You're not playing around anymore. So I know people don't like, what I wanted to say is hauling out the big guns. I know people are upset about guns. It's just an expression, but I feel like you're hauling out all the, you know, breaking all the stops. You're hauling out all the stops. So whatever it is you're doing, you're like, you're going the full Monty on whatever you're doing, whether it's work or your appearance or you're just not holding back. You're not going to hold back. Like if you want to meet somebody new, you're going to be all in it, all out there. If you want to get a new job or a new career, you're like, get out of the way. Here I come. Move a step aside. That's you, Gemini, for mid-July. You got something that is like plugging you in and amping you up where you're like, you know, clear the decks. Here comes Gemini. That's your energy for this month of mid-July and maybe even moving forward. You're going to be moving and a shaking. You're going to be talking to the right people at the right place at the right time. You're going to be networking. You may be contacting people that you know from the past that you worked with before, or old bosses, or coworkers you had in the past, or people you did business with in the past, that you're like, you're going to be ringing them up and saying like, hey, you know, you have any position for me over here because I'm tired of where I am now, or I want to make a change, and you know what's happening at your business or your company, what's going on. And so I feel like you're going to be making, you're going to be going back to the past with old connections. And if it's not work or business, it could be in love and romance. You may even be contacting people you used to date, loves from the past, friends you had in the past that you kind of had an interest in but maybe didn't go anywhere. That kind of thing is your mojo for this month of mid-July, and as I said, maybe moving forward. Now your second card here is the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is financial bankruptcy, emotional bankruptcy, feeling depressed, worried about money. Money may be available, but you may not be recognizing it or paying attention to it. It could be just you feeling this way. It could involve two people for some of you. The other sign that got this for the mid-month of July is Leo. So you and Leo both got the Five of Pentacles. I do feel that you are trying hard to recoup some kind of losses. Now, this could be if you lost any money in the stock market, or if you did any gambling, or, you know, if there was some other kind of investment or something that you were involved in. It could even be losses like if there was a fire, if you lost anything in a fire or a flood or some kind of disaster, or if there was a robbery, or if anybody stole your stuff. You may be on a mission to recoup your losses, which may be why this came up so strongly for you about what I said in your Magician card. That's interesting to me, what's coming up here in the Five of Pentacles. You may also have had to shell out a lot of money for things that needed to be repaired, replaced, that were broken. Maybe you needed to get a new roof or new windows or new doors or, you know, I don't know, maybe a new hot water heater or air conditioner, things like that, a new heater. Like if you had any of these things that broke or multiple things at once, you could have found yourself shelling out money. And now that you're at the midpoint of July, you may be trying to recoup your losses of having to replace or repair all those things that I just mentioned. Or if you got into a car accident or your car got stolen or totaled, now maybe you need to replace this car. You may be really going back to the past here too, because I'm hearing you like looking for old accounts through old bank accounts or old bank statements or, you know, and it may sound crazy when I say this, but I've gotten things like this over the years. You know, June was my 9-year anniversary here on YouTube. And over the 9 years I've been reading on YouTube, I can tell you it's come up where I've said, oh, you're going to find a bank account you totally forgot about. Or you had money somewhere and you know, could be in a safe, could be a safety deposit box, could be an old account you forgot about, or an account that somebody left you some money in, or a CD you forgot about. And people are like, oh my God, that's true. That happened. This could happen to you. You may be like searching, like, and possibly finding, I'm not saying you're going to find like piles of money, but you may find, oh, there was $600 in this and I didn't remember it. Oh, over here, there was $150 in this that I didn't even know that. So you may be finding dribs and drabs of money here and there if you search, because these would be things that out of sight, out of mind, things you forgot about. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hi, Cancer. The first card you have is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes an earth sign person. This is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an earth sign. I feel like this is somebody that you are looking at or making the decision that you can believe in them and trust in them again. This might be somebody that eroded your trust in the past. It could be somebody that you may give a second chance. If this was somebody that you broke up with, you may be giving them a second chance. If this was somebody else to you, like a friend or a spouse or somebody else that you were close to, maybe even an employee or a coworker that you believed in or trusted, and then they broke your trust or eroded your trust, you may feel like in your interactions with them now in the mid-month of July, you may feel like, you know what? I feel like I can trust them again. They definitely are very much imploring you to believe in them. And for many of you, I do feel it's romantic because I do hear, I want to go out with you again, or I want to date you again, or let's go out on a date. So for some of you, this is a romantic partner. But for others of you, it could just be somebody that really feels like they want to get one-on-one with you to talk to you so you can look at them and feel their integrity or their truth and honesty. I do feel like you have some respect over toward them, over the fact that you feel like what they're doing or saying takes guts or is brave.
And you do look at them like they've made mistakes. Definitely. When I pick up your energy towards them, you feel like they've made mistakes. But I do feel that you feel they are being brave at the moment. If this is somebody new to you, some of you may have not known this person already. They want to date you or be friends with you or get together with you or go out with you. That energy is strong. The next card you have in your reading is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is a block, a stop, or a stalemate. This card can mean you're protective of yourself. You're protecting yourself. You could also be, there's a lot of emotions tied up here in whatever is going on. And you may also not have all the knowledge and information. There could be some things that either you're hiding or that is being hidden from you. I feel like what's ever going on with this Knight of Pentacles person, or perhaps something else in your life that has some connection to do with them, you're like skeptical about it. You're like, I'm unsure, I'm skeptical. I do see you strongly saying to yourself, I have to have self-respect. I have to value myself. You may say to yourself, this is where I draw the line. I can't come together with you on this. You know, maybe this Knight of Pentacles could be somebody else, like proposing a business plan or an idea or a project or something, and you may feel like, I can't get on board with whatever it is that this Knight of Pentacles is coming up with. You're going to be really strongly using your intuition to see into the soul of the Knight of Pentacles, and or the situation that's coming up, and what their true motives are, or what they desire. Or if it's not you looking into them personally, whatever the situation is you're protecting yourself from, you may feel like, I can't take this at face value. I have to go inward and listen to, what are my spirit guides telling me? Or what are my deceased relatives trying to tell me? Or what is my higher self and my intuition trying to tell me? This, so you may be drawing strongly from that now. I do feel, even if you do feel like you want to trust them, if this is somebody from the past, I feel that you're going to be very protective of yourself, and you may be telling yourself, come on now, Cancer. You may be saying this to yourself. I know better than that. I can't allow myself to get sucked into that. Or if it's somebody new, you may feel like, I don't, like maybe you don't like the people this person hangs around with, or what little you know of, you may feel like, I don't know, they have too much drama or too much unfinished business or weird things going on with them, and I need to protect myself from that. Some of you Cancers may feel that way, whether you know this person already or you don't, and they could be new, and you could still have those feelings. So I hope these messages are of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And remember, if anything I say to you here, you're like, that doesn't fit me, that doesn't make any sense to me. Number one, it's a prediction. So it may not have happened yet. It could still happen and make sense to you later on. And number two, always watch your rising sign. And if you know your moon sign, watch them both, because sometimes your moon sign is talking to you more than your rising or your sun, or your rising sign is talking to you. I don't know, because it varies for people strongly. So if you know your rising and you know your moon, I would definitely watch them too, especially if you feel like what I'm saying here in your sun sign doesn't compute. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. And the first card you have is the Emperor. And the Emperor is a card that symbolizes a paternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you, giving you ideas and inspirations that could feel like they're yours, but they could be coming from the Emperor. This could also be somebody in the living, a father, grandfather, great-grandfather, someone like a father figure to you, a brother, an uncle, a friend, a boss, an ex. You never know who it's going to be. Could even be you. You could be the emperor. Some of you are talking to somebody that has credentials, clout, has some kind of importance, that wants to move you up in some way. Now, this could be at a job or your career, but it could also be in some other form, like move you up to a better living space, move you up to a better neighborhood, move you up, elevate you in some other form. And you may feel like there's things that you have to do down to the letter. And this emperor may be showing you how to do things step by step by step. So this could be somebody that is a father figure to you, or a mentor, or a professor, or a teacher, or an instructor of some sort that can help you. Like maybe you have to fill out applications or try to get loans or try to do something else that would be elevating what you're doing, your knowledge, your living situation, your job, schooling, whatever, training, education. And this person will be like your coach, your mentor, your teacher, or someone giving you step-by-step instructions, helping you along the way. Some of you may feel like you have to come in hot, in a commanding presence in something that you want to do. So if you have to make any kind of presentations or go on any job interviews or give some kind of speech, you may feel like I have to come in with authority. I have to come in with a commanding presence. You may also be at this time focusing on your responsibilities, like how much responsibilities are you going to have to be shouldering now and maybe for the rest of this year, or maybe even beyond. Some of you may feel like you want to take on more work or more business, or take on more something that could bring you in more money. So the second card in your reading is that's interesting because you have the Five of Pentacles. Maybe that's why you feel like you want to take on more money, bring in more money, because this is financial bankruptcy, emotionally feeling bankrupt. You could be depressed. It could be you and your partner depressed. You could be worried about money, but money may be available to you and you're just not recognizing it or noticing it. So these are the two cards you had together. The other sign that had the Five of Pentacles for the mid-month of July is Gemini. You may be paring down things of value that you have to, you may be selling things off, collections, getting rid of subscriptions, trying to find ways to cut down expenses and bills. You could be doing those kind of activities now in the mid-month of July, and this could even go on further than that. You may feel like you got to tighten your belt. There could be some things some luxuries or expenditures that you used to do quite readily that you may feel like you can't really afford to do that anymore. Maybe you used to like to go out and do fine dining, or you used to buy really expensive makeup, or whatever would kind of be like a luxury purchase, where you could eat at a lesser expensive restaurant or buy drugstore makeup, or I'm using those two things as an example, like this thing, cutting down on things that, like maybe going out for coffee to expensive, cafes and things like that. Maybe you're going to start making your coffee at home, like tightening your belt, shaving things off, shaving things down, paring things down, selling off collections comes up for some of you. You could be a little bit worried now about the direction you feel the economy is going in, whatever country you live in. You may feel like, or the financial systems could be of concern or worry to you at this time. You may feel like, because my guides are telling me you're looking at something to do with the financial markets, maybe in your country or in the world, and you're like, you don't like the direction you see where things are going, and that could be worrying to you. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. Hi, Virgo. The first card you have is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is two people that are fated, destined, meant to be, intertwined, preordained. It's usually love. But you could have like this soulmate twin flame energy with somebody that is a friend, or even one of your children can be soulmate energy. But it tends to be like fate, destined, meant to be, soulmate kind of energy. If you are partnered with somebody, romantically speaking, or maybe even in a friendship way, you are like sparking off to do something new together of some sort. Some of you may have a friend or a love partner. You are hoping to start some kind of new business venture. You could be buying and selling property. You may be buying a property that you're going to fix up and maybe rent it out and be the landlord to do it. You could be buying property that you want to fix up and then you're going to flip it and make the money off of it. That kind of energy comes up, like, because I see this spark. It's like a spark. And the spark of the two of you together want to make money through a business or some kind of venture that could then bring in money to you. That's how it comes up. Some of you could be putting together plans with somebody. This could be plans of marriage, engagement, living together. But if you're already coupled and it's a serious coupling for a while, you may find yourselves like thinking about getting your retirement ready, like, IRAs, or, looking into, I don't know, whatever it is, writing your will, IRAs, setting up things financially for your future. If you are already in a serious relationship, like a marriage, pretty much with somebody, like you and your partner could be looking into those areas as well. Or for your children, like your children's college or your children's future. Maybe your child wants to buy a house or start a business, or you think that's the direction they're heading, or maybe they're headed for like Olympic, becoming an Olympic athlete, or an actor or an actress, and they need like special training or coaches of things of that nature. And you and your partner may be putting your heads together about how you're going to finance that. Now, the next card you have in your reading is the Five of Swords, and this is standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. If there's any battle, you're likely to win it. You're going to be very driven in some manner about something going on in your life where you're going to feel like, I'm not going to stop until I get what I want. You're going to be very single-minded about something, very determined, maybe a little stubborn. That's not always a bad thing. When people say people are stubborn, sometimes stubbornness has the right place. Some of you are going to say, you think you're going to beat me out of something, but you're not going to do it. There could be somebody at your job that wants to get your job. Or there could be a new position that opens up where you work and you're like, that job's got my name all over it. You're not going to get it. I'm going to get it. Or a house you want to bid on and somebody else is bidding on it. And you may be like, oh yeah, well, I've been looking at that house for years and years and years, and you think you're going to come in and bid on that house and get it out from underneath me? That's not going to happen. Any of those types of energy, like you're not going to let somebody beat you out of something that you're very determined and single-minded about. It could be something you want to purchase. It could be about a new position. It could even be if you're interested in somebody. I go back to this card. Maybe there's somebody you're like, oh, I know we are meant together. We're meant to be together. We're soulmates. And somebody else is interested in this person. You may be like, you're not going to connect with them. That's the person I'm meant to be with. I believe they're my soulmate. It could even be something of that nature. And you're going to be very much taking precautions and putting a lot of safeguards in place. Remember what I said in the other card about like maybe you and your partner are going to start a business or start worrying about your financial future for retirement or your kids' future. You could be putting safeguards in place to try to protect those monies or protect other things, like safeguards, taking safeguards and putting up barriers, protections. Could be alarm systems, could be safes, could be electric fences, could be, but it could also be like certain types of accounts that you're putting money in to protect and safeguard money. So you have to see how that plays out, Virgo. I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Libra. Hi, Libra. The first card you have is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is expanding your craft, expanding your skills, expanding your business, expanding your money, focusing on craftsmanship and attention to detail. Your job, you could be getting a promotion. Your work could be expanding, anything of that nature. If there's something you're doing where you're like, I have to do this very specifically, perfectly, because it has to look great. It could be a new website for your business. It could be the front of your house and your landscaping and your paint, the way your house is painted, the way the flowers and garden is planted, or the way something is done. It could even be about if you're having any cosmetic surgery, or something about your appearance or something about your environment that you feel like it has to look perfect, because not only do you just personally want it to look perfect for yourself or to be perfect for yourself, you want other people to feel this way too. And remember, it could be, like I said, it could even be like work, like something you're doing for work. Like maybe you want your clients, customers, bosses, whatever, you're like, I have to make this perfect because it's got to be on point. In some ways, you may be showing people how much clout you have. Like, don't underestimate me, you may be thinking to your boss, to your neighbors, to family members. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I got this, I know what I'm doing. I got a lot of clout. That could be in a business sense. That could be just in life. If you are working or you have your own business, you may be taking on more clients, more customers. You may be working overtime. You may be doing extra work or extra projects to build up your clout and build up your reputation. Some of you may even find that at your job, or if you own your own business, you may find that you have to instruct people now. It could be new hires, or, there could be new ways of doing things that you want to teach people that are already there. So the card you have with it is the Three of Rods, and this is waiting patiently for success to come in, or letting go of something so success can come to you. It could also be at the beginning stages of a successful business endeavor or venture of some sort. The other sign that got 3 of Rods for mid-July is Taurus. So you and Taurus got 3 of Rods. I hear that you're going to be breaking bread with some people that could be very helpful to you, useful to you, and at the very least, interesting. You could be discussing how to make things better in your company, in your business, or in your personal life. They may even be from a distance. They may be coming to you from the other side of the country you live in or overseas. They may not be right from your neck of the woods. If you already have a business, or if you work for another business or company, you may be wanting your business to expand and reach territories, areas, other countries, different regions that you weren't really trying to reach before. If you worked in any kind of environment that you felt was caustic, like unhealthy or negative, you may feel like you want to release yourself from that kind of environment. And you may decide that, if you own your own business, there could be people that you want to fire or lay off, let go, whatever you want to call it. Or if you work for another business or company, you may be asking to get transferred to another division or to another area because you feel like the people that you have to encounter on a day-to-day basis are very, like I said, caustic or too negative or dragging you down, making you feel uninspired. Some of you will have some lucrative business deal or some kind of something that comes through for you that really is a feather in your cap or really pays off for you in the month of October, which is interesting because many of you are born in the month of October. So have to see what comes up in October. There could be some, great boon that comes in for you then. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope these messages made sense. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. The first card you have is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, listen to Max. He's snoring it up for you, Scorpios. Queen of Swords is an air sign person. This is an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign. That's an air sign, or if you're born on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio. For some of you Scorpios, you're seeing the true colors of somebody that has strong air placements in their chart. They could have been talking out of both sides of their mouth to you. They could have been trying to get you to believe and lead you to believe some things in one direction, but really the reality of it is not what they were portraying to you. You could also find out that there is somebody that you've been doing business with or somebody in your life that is a shyster or a charlatan. You could find that out now. Maybe you were suspecting it, but this mid-month of July, and that makes sense for like planetary stuff that's going on, that could really be exposing it. I feel that they may think that they have you fooled, but you may have been fooled at some point. Maybe. I said maybe. But if you were, you're not going to be fooled anymore. The light is getting shown on this situation with you in the connection to this air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. They may be acting like they're coming to you with honesty and forthrightness. That's how they may even believe this. Okay? They may believe that. They may feel like you're too critical of them. They may feel like you're trying to debunk them. At the very least. Maybe some of those other things I said don't apply to you. I feel like you're going to be agitated or mad at this air sign person. You may feel like you've been victimized by them, or that they're scrutinizing you in some way. I'm not really sure totally why, but you may be mad at them. So the card that you have with it is Temperance, which is patience. This is having to have patience. It's also could be the card of alchemy, God working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. You're going to be very much figuring out your next move. You're going to be like analyzing and looking at and weighing many different options. And you may be looking back to the past where you're thinking, what really served me well? What did I do in the past, or what was successful for me before? Where did I shine? Where did I make the most money? Where did I have the most success? Where was the best positive experiences? Those things and you could be like, the alchemy here is you coming up with all the different areas of what I just said and putting it together in this cup of alchemy, and you're looking at it and so this is going to help you formulate your next move, formulate your next plan. But you are going to be very cagey, Scorpio, and you're going to be keeping it to yourself, what you plan to do. You're not going to be expounding that out to others. Until you're sure what you're going to do, where you're going to go, what your next move is, you're going to let whoever these people are in your life, or whomever, maybe even this Queen of Swords person is, you're not going to let anybody know till you are at the end of the period of the sentence. You're dotting that dot, then you'll let people know. You're not going to let anybody know until it's 100% figured out in your mind, or you've got things lined up. You may even be going over some things in your mind, Scorpio, where you're trying to figure out products or services or other things you could do that you could sell and have your own business, your own sideline business, or your own company, or your own, whatever. Even if you're not planning on quitting a particular job or a particular line of work, or maybe you're going to do it in the future. But you may be thinking about, how can I, get my foot in the door and start making some sales or bringing in some money that could end up being a good escape hatch for you in the future. I see many of you Scorpios thinking this over. It could be something you could create. It could be something you could buy and then rebrand, repackage, or whatever, and resell it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It could be anything, but I see you working it out, and you may start step by step. I feel like you're getting your foot out the door is what I'm trying to tell you. It's like you're going to come up with something in your mind, something you can put online, or something you can sell, or some kind of sideline thing that you can do. And then once you got it all figured out, you are going to gradually drip, 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 get that out there. And then if it works out and turns into a success, then you can close the door on some things that you don't like to do anymore. And you can be your own boss. You could be an entrepreneur, etc. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. So the first card you have is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes learning a new craft, learning a new skill, starting a new job, starting a new business. It could also indicate financial gain is coming to you through your hard work and efforts and your endeavors. I feel that some of you Sagittarians are going to see about how you can capitalize on something coming your way. And it could be like, it could even be in a job that you work for already. And you may see like, hey, this is coming down the pike and I could jump on the bandwagon of this and I could really capitalize on it. But it could be stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency, some other kind of investment. It could be in the financial world. It could be in the work or business world. And I feel like you're going to do your research and you're going to do your investigation and you're going to see how much other people know about it. Like, you know, this person on the internet, that person on the internet could be on, you know, this video platform right here that I'm on, or other ones that are like it, or somewhere else. Like, you're going to be, your ear is going to be to the wall. You're going to be like, well, what do they have to say about it? Like, you're going to do your research and I feel like you're kind of excited about it and energized about it. It's something that you may have a lot of question about. You may have a little bit of trepidation about it, but I feel like you kind of have this sense like the moment is now. The time is now. You may work extra hours. You may be completing a lot of assignments, either if you're in school or at work, if you get like a certain job assigned to you, or if it's like schoolwork or some kind of project that you have to do. Could even be in your home. You're getting near like completion of it. You're like getting to the end of it. The end is in sight. You're going to make some fantastic decisions about anything related to money and finance over the course of the next 5 months. And if you were trying to make some kind of breakthrough into a financial market or business market, or some kind of breakthrough of some sort that has money circling around it or running through it, you're like, this is your breakthrough time. It's coming up. You're like breaking into it. So the next card you have with it is the Wheel of Fortune. Hey, there you go. That makes sense for what came up in your Eight of Pentacles card. So the Wheel of Fortune is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you karmic good fortune. It could be the ups and downs of karma. It could be a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning. It's literally like gambling. I see you at a roulette wheel going, the ball's spinning around, and I see your foot on a gas pedal. My guides are showing me your foot's on the gas, and that roulette ball is spinning around in the roulette wheel. You're going to find out. I don't know whether it's now. I'll say within the next year to be safe. Could be a lot less than that. Could be 6 months, 5-6 months. You're going to find out you made the right choice. You made the right decision about something that you chose to put your money into. Could be a business, could be a home, could be a stock, a bond, something else, a property that you want to rent or flip. And it's like, my guides are telling me some of you Sagittarians are going to feel like, I finally figured out how to beat the system. So, you know, like a gambler at the casino. I found out how to break the system. I know how to beat the house. It's like that kind of energy. You're figuring something out here. Some of you could really get right in at the ground floor of something. And it could really freaking blow up, and it could be amazing. And that could be a business. Like it could be, you could hear of a company looking for employees. Here's an example. And it could be a new type of business, a new type of company, a new type of something. And it's new, or just a new company. And you could get in at the beginning. You're like one of the early hires, and you could go up to the top really fast, and the company could go have booming success. It could even be something like that. So keep your eyes and ears open. You got some luck here, Sagittarius. And, I'm going to say this seriously. I don't say that lightly because I don't like gambling. And I don't know, but you're having some kind of like trust your instincts. You got a lucky streak here. I feel it's going to really go off over the next 5 to 6 months. Could last a year that this luck lasts. But if you've been feeling like, he, I know I'm going to do well. I got this vibe. I got this feeling. Follow that, Sagittarius, because something's going to work out for you. You're getting some kind of karmic good fortune, wheel of fortune. I don't know what else to say. And I don't always get that from the Wheel of Fortune, not like that. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. So the first card you have is Judgment. This is, what do we think about a situation? How do we feel about it? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down, and how is it going to affect everybody involved? You could also be making an announcement about something. I feel like you're going to see how you can take care of everybody. And something's happening to you where you're going to rush in and you're going to be like putting out fires, troubleshooting, solving problems, doing this, doing that. You may look like the hero now in your family or in your company that you work for, or a business you own, or maybe in multiple scenarios. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Capricorns out there that may start a business and they hire their family to work there. You could also be a Capricorn that's like, you know what? I came into some money and I bought this home at the shore or in the mountains, and it's a great vacation home, and you all can come and stay. Everybody can come and use it. It's for all of us. It's for our family. You may do something like that. And if you're not buying it, you could be renting it. You could be renting it for a vacation, and you're like the hero, like, look at Capricorn, look how generous they are. They rented this place and they invited all of us to come. Or it's a place that you buy, or a business that you're starting and you're going to hire all the family, or something like that. I feel like you're coming in like whoosh with something, and everybody's going to be like, hooray, Capricorn. You could also be very strongly at this time coming in to tell your family, or could be employees if you own your own business, or whatever. This is how we're going to do things now. This is the way things are going to roll. You could be coming in with an announcement like, we're going to move, or, things have to change because stuff is disjointed and we have to work together or be more cohesive, and things have to run smoother. So we're all going to have like, you're going to take care of this, and I'm going to handle that, and this one over here is going to do this and that. So everything works more seamlessly and cohesive. And this could be you if you are a boss, a manager, a supervisor, an owner of a business, a parent over children. It's that kind of energy. Now, the card you have with it's perplexing me a little bit why this came up. And the other sign that got this was Cancer. So you have 2 of Swords here. Capricorn and Cancer also had that, which is a block, a stop, or a stalemate, Two of Swords. You could also be protective of yourself. And there could be some things that you just don't have all the information about yet. You know, there could be some unknowns. You could be keeping secrets. Somebody could be keeping secrets from you. This can also be making a decision or having to make a decision. And right when I look at the card, the first thing my guides tell me is my mind is made up. So you've made up your mind about something, which would pertain to what's going on here in the Judgment card. It's almost like you're closed off to hearing any other, like you don't want to hear it. You worked it all out. You got it all figured out. And you don't want to hear the peanut gallery giving you their little opinions or ideas. You're like, nope, I've already been working on this. This is my strategy. This is what I figured out. I know it's going to work. I don't want to hear anything about it. We're going to roll with it. I've known quite a few Capricorns. Some of my best friends have been Capricorns over the years. And you know what? I don't really know if they were so much like that. But it's coming up here like you're going to be like that right now in July. There could also, this card, my guides are saying, could also mean you are really intently working things out in your mind, analyzing things and strategizing right now. And so you want to keep the distractions out of the way. You don't want to get your judgment or your mind clouded by stuff. You may want to spend some time alone. You may just not want to be really collaborative with others about what's going on here. You're also doing a lot of visualizing and manifesting of how things are going to roll. So I see you using the power of visualization and the power. I see you using the power of visualization and the power of intention. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. The first card you have is the Queen of Rods, and the Queen of Rods is a fire sign person. This is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is a fire sign. For some of you, I do feel it's you, because I get this determination welling up inside of you, like you are going to be really determined about what you want to do, which is very similar to some other signs. Capricorn got that. There was, I don't know, there was another sign or two that got that energy. So people's will and determination must be exceptionally strong now in mid-July. Could be because of planetary things going on. But you're getting it here. Like this could be, your will is quite strong. You may be really much like very protective of yourself. You're drawing lines in the sand. You're putting up barriers. You're not going to want people to get too much in your business, tell you what to do. You're like a little bit combative, possibly. If this isn't you, this could be some fire sign person in your life that's kind of trying to get you to rise up to the challenge. They could be posing some kind of challenge for you in mid-July and maybe even going into August, where you have to, like, are you going to rise up to the challenge that they're posing before you? This also could be, if it could be you or somebody connected to you that's trying to motivate you and push you to do something. Like maybe they want you to try to get back on the dating scene, or they want you to go, like maybe if they think you need to lose weight, they're trying to get you to get healthy or go on a diet, or maybe if they think that your living situation isn't the best, that you need to seek better living situation or a better job or career. Like if it's another person, it could either be coming from your higher self trying to get you to do this, or it's a fire sign person that is like trying to spur you on, encourage you, get you to step up to the plate, to move on to a better situation, to better your circumstances and situations. The next card you have is very likely you, is the Knight of Swords, which is an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. So it could be you, but it could be another air sign person. I feel this is a lot about your will and determination. There is something you are not going to let yourself get held back, and you are going to push through on it. If you're in school or in any kind of training or education program, you are going to fight to pass. If it's in a job situation and you feel like, you want that raise, you want that promotion, or you want to succeed, you are going to push yourself to fight to succeed. This could be about your health. It could be about your weight. It could be in something. There's something here you are like, I'm going to say it's like never underestimate an Aquarian. Just when you think they're passive or, like going with the flow, and don't count them out in a race. That's all I can tell you, because they'll come up from behind and they may pass you, and you may not expect that Aquarius is going to do that because they handle things in a different way. And your will is on fire. Your will is on fire. And you are going to be very determined. You're going to be pushing yourself. You're going to want to succeed. Your drive is going to be incredibly strong, and your will is incredibly strong. And if there's any kind of walls, barriers, or anything that's put before you, you are going to want to break them down. If there's been any kind of block in communication, you're going to break that wall down of communication, that block, anything that's blocked from you. Woe be to those, or whatever it is, people, situations. If they're going to stand in your way, they're going to be quite surprised of what's going to come at them from you. They're going to be surprised, because Aquarius, I keep seeing, the tortoise and the hare, that old story, the tortoise and the hare, and the tortoise wins the race. It's kind of like that, but I see it more like a horse race. I'm seeing a horse race in my head. And, Aquarius isn't all the way back at the back of the pack of the horses racing. He's kind of like in the middle, maybe a little bit kind of toward the front, but not like in a group. But Aquarius is going to scope its way out there, like, and there's going to be barriers that are going to get broken down. So if anything gets blocked or stopped from you on any level, financially, personally, physically, romantically, communication-wise, whatever, you're not having any of it. You're going to be making some fancy dancy moves. You have to see how that pertains to your life, Aquarius. It'll be interesting. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. First card you have is Eight of Cups. This is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off on a new journey with a stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey's unknown, you're still willing to take it. The other sign that got that for this mid-month of July 2023 is Taurus. So Taurus and Pisces both got Eight of Cups. Some of you Pisces may feel like there's some things stabilized in your life, but you want adventure. Once you want to go on some kind of adventure. This could be a romantic adventure. This could be, it could be any kind of adventure, a literal traveling adventure. Sorry, I dropped the card. I had to pick it up. And I do feel that you've got certain, like, you're moving forward with purpose. I don't feel like whatever you're doing is just for the hell of it. You've got some like real clear intentions in your mind of what it is you want to go for, what adventure you want to embark on. You may feel, Pisces, like there's been too many things in your life that have made you feel stagnant. You may feel like your life has gotten stale or stagnant, and now you want to, spice things up. You may even feel like you would like to spend more time outside and in nature. You may want to go camping or hiking or, whatever you like to do. Any activities outside could really be speaking to you now in mid-July and maybe even in August. If you have felt like bored with your job or maybe even a love relationship, you may feel like you want to see what else is out there. You want to, because remember what I said, you've got some purpose in your mind here. It's not just, oh, I'm bored, I want to have an adventure. I mean, for some of you it could be, but I really feel like it's more purposeful than that. And you may be very strongly looking at things, Pisces, where you're like, how can I work around these roadblocks or parameters that are being thrown and put up in my way? Like, how can I work around this stuff? That comes up here. Now, the next card you have is Ace of Cups. Wow, you got Ace of Cups. That could be new love coming to you. New love relationship could be happening here in mid-July or moving forward. This could be a rebirth of an existing love relationship you're already in. It could be universal love. It could be love of something that you're doing. It could be some kind of new beginning that you love or in love. You could get some valuable insight from somebody you meet that helps you through cloudiness or troubled times, or it could even be through somebody you know that gives you valuable insight or information. Could be really super helpful to you now. Some of you that are single could converse with somebody you meet at some kind of social event or gathering that could prove to be a very interesting connection for you. And if it doesn't turn out to be a love and romance connection, which I feel for some of you it is that, it could also be leading you to a job you're going to love or a new career that you're going to love or something, some new hobby that you're going to pursue that you're going to love. But I feel like there's somebody you meet that is connected to this. But like I said, for some of you, it could literally be a new love. I feel that you're similar. You either like to do the same activities, you like to do the same things, or your personalities are very similar. They may even be the same sign as you. If they're not Pisces sun, they may be Pisces rising or moon sign. And some of you may feel like you have a whole new outlook on life, and you may feel like either this love relationship or this situation that comes into you that you're going to love, it's going to like change you. I'm not saying you're not already happy and positive. I mean, I know Pisces. My two boys are Pisces. So I know what they're like. And they can be very positive and happy, generally almost all the time. So, but this is going to be like, I feel like it's going to be life altering. Not to be too dramatic here, in a positive way. Like So whether it's you meet a new love and this becomes the love of your life, or you meet somebody and they introduce you to a new career that you love or a new hobby that you love or something, it is literally going to shift your personality and you're going to feel like, woohoo, like it's going to make you feel like almost like lighter than air. So I hope this reading was of help to you and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And when you please do share this video, because that way people that could get some psychic predictions and messages, maybe they don't know about my channel and they could benefit from these psychic readings. So it does help me when you share the videos. So I hope that you do. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, you can get the most recently recorded videos by clicking on the link down below in the description box. In the Show More section, I have many video series listed down below. I've been working very hard since the beginning of the year. Well, I'm always recording Vimeo videos, but we've had eclipses and, the mid-years have come up. And so lots of things have been going on. So if you want to check them out, please go down below and click on the links down below, or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos page, and there you can read all the different video series I've recorded and what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and you just select which zodiac sign you want under the heading of the video you want. Click on that, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, the most recently recorded videos, I'm just going to name a few, is my mid-year Psychic Tarot update for 2023 for each sign of the zodiac. I do them at the beginning of the year and I do them at the middle of the year. This is the center of the Celtic cross and it's 6 cards, and many people like to get the mid-year updates. So hopefully you'll check them out and you may want to get your rising sign and your sun sign in that series. Also, my mid-year love and romance Psychic Tarot update for 2023 for singles and couples. That link is down below. The first half of the reading is for the single people of your sign. The second half of the reading is for the coupled people of your sign. And then I pulled an oracle card at the end of the reading for both singles and couples. Watch the entire video because some of the singles messages may apply to the couples and vice versa, because there will be some crossover. So I do recommend watching the whole video if you get the mid-year love and romance Psychic Tarot update for 2023. Also, don't forget, you are still being affected by those eclipses. I know I say this every time, but guess what? You are. We had 2 eclipses. We had one in April and we had one in May, and you're still being affected by them till October. So if you want to get my eclipse effects from the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, April 2023, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac, that link is down below. And I did the same exact format for the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, May 2023, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card reading for each sign of the zodiac. Again, you're being affected by those eclipses. I'd watch your rising sign and your moon sign in those videos if you can do so. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, watch your cusp sign. Go by whatever resonates with you on YouTube. If you find my sun sign messages generally resonate with you, then just get that. But if you're one of the people that sometimes it's your rising sign and sometimes it's your sun sign, you might want to get both to get a more rounded, story. And don't forget my psychic crystal readings for July 2023 for each sign of the zodiac, where I look at every topic I can think of in the short period of time I do the video, the recording. So if you haven't checked out the crystal readings yet, you might want to. They're a real good continuation of or expansion of the Psychic Tarot readings that I do at the beginning of the month here on YouTube. I'm not going to name all the other ones down below. You can read the rest. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on a video on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I post, and I even post it on YouTube now on the community pages. And I write 5 paragraphs of predictions and messages. Many people find either the entire message makes sense to them, all the messages make sense, or parts of it make sense to them. So you could be getting some messages you could be missing out that many people find resonate with them. They could resonate with you too. I'd love to see you on my community page on YouTube and my social media pages. And don't forget, if anybody ever contacts you on Instagram or anywhere else, doesn't matter where, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, or any other platform, because I'm not on Telegram, I don't have WhatsApp, I don't have any of that. And they have copied my pictures and they pretend to be me and they're trying to see if you want a reading. It is completely not me. I only contact people that have been on my wait list, which has now been closed since 2018. I'm still working from the wait list, and I have a cancellations list going that I still put people on it. So if you're on those lists and I contact you, you will know it's me, and your reading will either be done on the phone or via Skype. There's no other way it's going to happen, and you would have had to written me and be on those lists for me to contact you. I don't just randomly contact people on social media. So please beware of that, because they're scammers, and I've seen 2 people get scammed by this. So be careful. They want your money, and they may want other information that they're getting from you. So don't fall for it. Please, please be careful. Please, please be careful of that. I really don't want to see any of you get scammed out of your money. It's a bad thing that keeps going on with psychics, astrologers, tarot readers. It's happening all the time because people offer readings, and that's the way they can scam you, is by saying they're offering a reading. So please don't fall for it. If you'd like to make a donation to this channel, there's a donation link down below underneath all the video series I've listed that are most recently recorded videos underneath this video. It's connected to PayPal. Thank you so much to those of you who have been very kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help me a lot. So thank you so very much for that. I do truly appreciate it. So I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of this month of July, all the signs of the zodiac out there. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.